This is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hello and good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. Welcome to your weekly dose of old school NBA basketball. Now, I'm not quite sure if you guys have heard those interviews that NBA shows where especially younger people discuss that Jordan did not have a real tough route to his success, so he was not playing against the biggest legends of the game in order to win his championships, which I'm pretty sure most of you guys do know, which is kind of bull. But I wanted to go through this exactly in this video and see who did Michael Jordan have to beat. What were the teams looking like? What were the superstars? To see, okay, how tough was his competition in the playoffs? Before we start though, little request for you guys. If you enjoy the content, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and like the video. Okay guys, let's get right into it. So the first thing that we got to remember is Michael Jordan had his younger days in the 1980s. So a time where he didn't have had any championships, but he was battling the legendary Los Angeles Lakers with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Byron Scott, and those guys. Kurt Rambis, yes, AC Green and all those guys. Then you had the Boston Celtics with Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Dennis Johnson, and so on. But there were also a lot of different teams like the 76ers with Dr. J and Charles Barkley. You had a great Milwaukee Bucks team that nobody talks about. Then on the West Coast, of course, you had the Portland Trail Blazers. You had a handful of different teams that also could compete. But then in the 1980s, of course, there was a generation change, but you still had, especially in the beginning of the 1990s, some tough teams. And let's have a look. Now, the first playoff series that I want to take a look at is in 1991. So Jordan had to go through the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks at that time always not only a playoff contender, but with the chosen one with Patrick Ewing. Obviously, the NBA was still dominated by big men, and Patrick Ewing was one of the best. And they always surrounded him with a great team. No other superstar, so to speak, but always great role players. John Starks, Charles Oakley, obviously. You had Mark Jackson at one point. You had so many tough guys that was really, really tough for Jordan to beat, but he always beat them. Then he had Charles Barkley and the 76ers in the playoff series in 1991. And yeah, they didn't stand a chance, but it was still Charles Barkley. And Charles always used to say, yeah, he didn't have help, but he always had decent teams. Of course, not a real championship contender, but decent teams. But then we have to talk about the Detroit Bad Boy Pistons. And I just want to tell you what the roster was looking like. We had Isaiah Thomas, we had Joe Dumars, we had Bill Laimbeer, we had Dennis Rodman, we had Vinnie Johnson, we had Mark Aguirre. So that team by itself, without the supporting cast, is a team filled with potential NBA All-Stars and Hall of Famers. Now, Isaiah Thomas always says in interviews, and he's being petty there, saying that, yeah, the Bulls beat us because we were old and so on. Let's have a look how old the team really was. Now, Joe Dumars was 27, Isaiah Thomas was 29, Dennis Rodman was 29, Bill Laimbeer was 33, Vinnie Johnson was 34. And yes, that is the age where I say, okay, from that point onwards, it's going slowly but surely downhill. James Edwards was 35, Mark Aguirre 31, John Sally 26. That, to me, is a team, that's a prime team. Age-wise, that's a prime team. And Isaiah was the only one who was hurt a little bit. He played more than half of the games, but still, he had an injury, to speak the truth. But that team was still a prime team. So Isaiah cut the bullshit. You had a real contending team. And what did happen? Michael Jordan and his team swept the Pistons.
This is what you live for, to play Michael Jordan in the finals.
You better eat your Wheaties.
3-on-2 for the Bulls. Michael on the drive, in for the right, for the jam. Oh, a spectacular move by Michael Jordan. The Bulls blowing the Lakers out. And the Chicago Bulls have won their first ever NBA championship.
We're going to just...
To me, probably the toughest series was the New York Knicks one. Have a look why.
We just came off a very convincing series against Miami. We thought we could waltz right through New York.
Knicks lead it 4-0. Yes, sir. Oakley just came over and annihilated Bill Cartwright. Knicks showing tenacious defense. 3. PJ Armstrong was spot up that shot. That's a violation. It'll be the Knicks ball.
We anticipated playing them a certain way, and they came out totally different. Physical, hungry, aggressive.
Chicago is a confident, cocky team. They've sort of breezed through the league all season. They breezed through the first round of the playoffs, and right now they're being challenged.
Big jam by Ewing. They are stunned here in Chicago Stadium.
They shocked us the first game in our place, which was very embarrassing to us. This team is for real. If anybody took them for granted, certainly we realized that they're a team to deal with.
This has become a war. Here's Ewing. Yes.
And the Knicks continue the improbable finish. They send it to a 7th and final game.
They're fighting like cats and dogs, and then we just fell apart.
You think you're going home for this last
Do we have a choice?
Can you recover?
Yeah, we don't have a choice.
Some predicted a sweep, most a 5-game series, but be honest now, nobody thought it would go 7.
If we see a New York victory today, this might well rank as one of the biggest upsets in the history of the NBA.
Now, the New York series was one of those fatherly advice type of series. So I kind of asked him, what should I do? How should I attack? Should I feed off my teammates, or should I go out and be the leader and let them follow my lead? And like most fathers, he said, take the lead. If they don't follow you, they don't follow you. But you have to take the lead.
Cartwright. They're fouled hard by Oakley again. It's a flagrant foul again.
And now, McDaniel wants a piece of Pippen.
I was ready to go blows with him.
Both clubs going at each other. Michael Jordan and Xavier McDaniel having words.
I felt that I had to talk trash to the bully so we all can gain confidence.
Pippen to Jordan. Reverse, and he hit it with the left hand. Oh, what a stick by Jordan. Jordan on fire. Here's Jordan splitting through. Jordan with the steal.
And then it's stolen by Starks. McDaniel takes away Jordan. It's a clean block.
Whose game is it? It's Michael Jordan's game.
That's just a part of the role that I have on the team, is to be able to lead. So that fatherly advice kind of worked in hand for me that day.
Jordan with the spin. And the Bulls just rolling it up. And this crowd providing a standing ovation for Chicago Bulls to take this grueling series in 7.
After seeing that to me was really basketball, physicality at its finest. And Jordan overcame this with his team. And always when I say Jordan, I mean his team. Basketball is a team sport, so it's always Jordan and the team. But yes, and then they were beating the Cleveland Cavaliers, and also a team that non-basketball historians don't know about the Cavaliers in the early 90s. But hey, I'm talking about prime Mark Price, Brett Doherty. We had the younger brother of Dominique Wilkins, Gerald Wilkins. Yeah, that was his name. Larry Nance. That was a team that was stacked with players that could hoop. And just because they didn't have a guy who was averaging 25 or 26, they had I think 5 or 6 guys who were averaging double digits. So that was a tough team to beat. And then we have the Portland Trail Blazers. I was just talking about a team that was stacked. That team was stacked. And was it a challenge? Yes, it would have been a challenge in any era. Gotta give respect to Clyde Drexler, Cliff Robinson, Terry Porter, who was averaging 18 points that season. Clifford Robinson, did I mention him? I don't know. But Kevin Duckworth, at that time, a more than capable big. Then you had Buck Williams, one of the toughest players who ever played in the NBA. A really deep bench. That team was tough. Have a look.